Hello everyone. Welcome you all to our YouTube channel LNC Pro. This is Ratnesh Parikh. In our first video of this series on IPC and criminal law, we have discussed about origin of criminal law, development of modern criminal law and mental elements. In the second video, we discussed first chapter of the Indian Penal Code, which contains sections 1 to 5, and in this video, we will discuss sections 6 to 15 of IPC, which are part of chapter 2 that deals with general explanations. So let's start this video. We are going to discuss following sections in this video. Section 6 that talks about how definitions given under IPC should be understood. Section 7 which talks about sense of expressions once explained under IPC. Section 8 that talks about gender, as in how the language of IPC is. Section 9 that talks about numbers. Section 10 that talks about the meaning of the word man and woman in IPC. Section 11 that defines a person. Section 12 that defines the word public. Section 13 defined the word queen, but it was later repealed in 1950. Section 14 gives the meaning for the expression servant of government. Section 15 defined the word British India, but this section was also repealed later. Let's look into each and every section. First of all, Section 6. Heading of Section 6 is definitions in the code to be understood subject to exceptions. Let's read Section 6 first. Throughout this code, every definition of an offense, every penal provision, and every illustration of every such definition or penal provision shall be understood subject to the exceptions contained in the chapter entitled General Exceptions, though those exceptions are not repeated in such definition, penal provision, or illustration. This section means that we should understand everything in IPC keeping in mind that there are exceptions also. Let's understand this with the help of an example. For example, we all know wrongful confinement is a crime according to Section 340 of IPC. Section 340 says, whoever wrongfully restrains any person in such a manner as to prevent that person from proceeding beyond a certain limit is said wrongfully to confine that person. According to Section 340, if A stops B from going anywhere and locks him, it amounts to wrongful confinement. But in the same case, if A is a police officer and B is a murderer, in this case, if A stops B from going anywhere or locks him, it would not amount to wrongful confinement because this is covered under general exceptions. This is what Section 6 is trying to say, that everything in this code should be understood subject to exceptions. Moving to Section 7. Let's read what Section 7 says. According to Section 7, every expression which is explained in any part of this code is used in every part of this code in conformity with the explanation. This means if a word is defined in the IPC, the meaning of that word will be same everywhere in IPC. Let's look at Section 8. According to Section 8, the pronoun he and its derivatives are used of any person, whether male or female. For example, if we look at Section 321, which talks about voluntarily causing hurt, it says whoever does any act with the intention of thereby causing hurt to any person, or with the knowledge that he is likely thereby to cause hurt to any person and does cause hurt to any person, is said voluntarily to cause hurt. Now, if we look at the language of the section carefully, it uses the word he. It does not mean only a man can be guilty of voluntarily causing hurt. This he refers to both men and women. Now let's move to Section 9. Section 9 talks about the number. According to Section 9, unless the contrary appears from the context, words importing the singular number include the plural number, and words importing the plural number include the word singular number. This means if language of any provision in this IPC indicates plural number, that would include singular number also, and vice versa. Moving to Section 10, which talks about man and woman. Section 10 says the word man denotes a male human being of any age. The word woman denotes a female human being of any age. This provision doesn't need any explanation. It's self-explanatory. But we can refer a case law on this. In state of Punjab versus Major Singh, where a criminal force was used against a female infant of 7.5 months old, this definition of woman has been held by Supreme Court to be applicable for the purposes of Section 354 of IPC. Now let's look at Section 11, which says the word person includes any company or association or body of persons, whether incorporated or not. This definition is also self-explanatory, but it should be noted that this is an inclusive definition. Section 12. It says the word public includes any class of public or any community. This is also an inclusive definition and self-explanatory. Moving to section 13, which defined the word queen, which was later repealed in 1950. And section 14, which defines the term servant of government. According to section 14, the words servant of government denote any officer or servant continued, appointed or employed in India by or under the authority of government. Last, section 15, which defined the word British India, which was also repealed in 1937. So in this video, we have seen some of the definitions under IPC. Thanks for watching this video till the end. If you like the video, please share it with other people and we will keep spreading more knowledge. And if you're new to our channel, please check out other videos and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.